but just like if I'm sitting and like I have a thought or someone is like walking by and I have a thought about that person, I'm like talking to myself about that. Does that not happen to you?
No. If I have a thought, normally I say it out loud.
I can't do this. Do you daydream often?
No, never. Hardly ever. I can't think of a time that I've daydreamed, I don't think.
Do you dream at night?
Yes.
And are they normal dreams? Do you hear dialogue in those dreams?
I don't think so, actually.
Do you enjoy being alone? I like this question.
Yeah, I do.
So like if you don't have anything in front of you, like no stimulus, what is going on in your head?
Oh, I always have to be doing stuff. Like if I'm alone, I'm cleaning, I'm cooking, I'm like watching Netflix, I'm studying. But I hardly ever I don't just sit there alone.
Do you have any theories on this yourself? / do you even care?
I don't really care. Like this feels really normal to me.
I can't even do this because I can't wrap my head around this. But she is so nonchalant about it, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't get it.
I don't know. It's just my everyday life, so I just do it. I do, like, if I'm laying in bed at night, like, I have trouble getting to sleep because I can see, like, lists of things I need to do. And in order to make them go away, I have to go write them down.
That's actually one of the questions. Do you fall asleep easily, like quickly, or
no?
Is it harder to fall asleep?
Harder to fall asleep. Because I think I'm being almost visually stimulated when like even my eyes are closed. I can't shut it out.
Yeah, I feel like for me, that voice is just constantly talking, and that makes it also very difficult to sleep. And that's why I feel like a lot of people that are in my situation also think that, like, they wish they could shut it off, and they're kind of jealous of your situation. But then again, we don't know what's going on in your head at all, so it could be even worse. So
I feel like the conversations you're probably having in your head are what I'm seeing in my head.
Yeah. Do you get anxiety?
Yeah. I tend to have really physical symptoms of anxiety. So it's less, I think, of a mental, like, I don't really feel like I am anxious until I realize that, like, my hands are shaking or I feel really nauseated or kind of more like physical symptoms of anxiety.
A bunch of people actually messaged me.
In my head, I know what I'm like I can't bring up I see it and be by it and I'm in but
And they said that most of the people that don't have this internal monologue are bilingual and speak multiple languages. Do you speak multiple languages, or
no?
were you just good at like high school language, whatever?
Funny enough, I speak multiple languages, and sometimes I dream in that language. Maybe it's not in a monologue thing.
Yeah, I was really good at high school language. I took 2 languages, and I know a little bit of 2 other languages. So I love language. I actually wanted to go into linguistics at one point in my life.
That's interesting.
I love sentence structure.
If you're on a date, how do you know if you like them or not?
You still feel stuff.
You still feel it?
We still feel.
You're not like judging them, like looking at them and be like, why would they wear that shirt? Or why does he keep talking, and why won't he shut up?
I think the things that you have in your head are probably more of like the check boxes in my head. So like certain things will be like, yep, or like, nope.
I can't do this when you're typing a sentence, like if you're writing a paper for school, how do you write a sentence if you don't think about like how you're gonna phrase the words?
Because they connect.
They
It's the sentence. So
they
if
connect.
there's a noun, it's followed by a verb. If there's, and then
But like,
it's all about the structure and the shape of the sentence. So and also I read my papers aloud, or I'll speak them out loud as I'm typing them, and then I'll go back and I'll change maybe the sentence structure so it fits a better shape. Like, I don't know how to describe the shape of a sentence, but
when I write, I have thoughts and I write down what I think. So I can't comprehend how you could possibly just make a sentence without having like I don't know.
I have like an outline and a flow of where I want the paper to go. So from start to finish, I know exactly what I'm going to say, but not specifically word for word. I'll just start writing to make it say what I want it to. But I don't have a sentence that I hear in my head as I'm writing it. I just know where I'm starting and where I want it to go. So
I thought this was gonna make my life easier and make all of the thinking stop, but this is not helping.
sorry.
And I apologize if this you guys up even more. What else do we have? Oh, serious question. Have you ever had depression?
Yes.
And how does that manifest? Because I feel like most people that have depression have that little voice in the back of the head that is like just feeding them negative thoughts. So how does it manifest for you?
I'd say again, it was back in high school, but it was much more of a physical kind of. It's more of
Like
the physical
fatigue?
symptoms. Yeah, feeling really fatigued, feeling no desire to get up or do anything, feeling no interest in doing anything. So it was not lack of a motivation is like a really poor term for that, but
Less happy emotions, would you say?
yeah,
Is it more of an
feeling
emotional
disengaged, disinterested in life.
That makes
General.
sense.
Yeah.
Every time I shower, I relive an argument from like 2007 and I try to win that argument. Do you not do that?
That sounds like a you problem.
It's not. It's unanimous.
No.
So you don't think about like discussions that you've had in the past and how you could have said something different in that situation?
No.
Have you?
I literally did that like last night.
I do it
I do it all the time.
every time I shower. I am constantly just thinking about conversations I've had, maybe some awkward interactions from middle school or
That far back.
just whenever, I don't choose when it comes into my head. It just pops in there and I'm like, I should have said this, but I didn't.
I will say that if I've had a conversation that day, sometimes I'll go back, but it's all out loud. I'll tell myself what I would have done differently, or like I'm a big journaler, so I would write about how
That
that
makes
conversation went and how I would do something different.
Okay, well, I don't think we learned anything. I think I'm still spiraling out of control. I don't know where we go from here. She seems okay. I know millions of people that do not feel okay about this situation. All I'm going to say is I hope it helps give some scientists a better insight on how the mind works and gives people more theories that they could think of to help certain situations like mental health and other medical issues that maybe they didn't know about before. So
rabbit hole of inner monologues and lack thereof. Because this was I only did that because I saw a video talking about inner monologue.
That whole inner monologue. I was talking with my husband about going to sleep the other night, and I was like, how do you talk yourself to sleep at night? He's like, I don't talk myself to sleep at night, I just go to sleep. Like, what's going on in your head? And he was like, nothing. Nothing? How? Like, what? And I came across this, and he's saying that only 30 to 50% have an inner dialogue. Only about 50% of the population is walking around with thoughts going on inside of their head at every given moment. And I'm really sorry, but the only quote I could think about was, "The lights are on, but nobody's home." It just really tripped me out.
Apparently people are home, they just don't speak.
Because how do you think? Like, if you don't have a voice inside of your head talking to you, how are you thinking? What exactly does your whole thought process sound like? Is there sound? Like, and then I started looking even further into it, and I learned so many things about the inner monologue. It usually develops around 18 months. So really early on, psychologists can tell if a baby has an inner monologue or not. For some people, it does develop later, but this is more common. People who do have an inner dialogue are a little bit better at problem solving. They also do a little bit better with self-reflection. It's also said that they're a little bit better with self-regulation and perspective. A good handful of the people who don't have an inner dialogue wonder how the people with an inner dialogue get through the day. Like, how are you constantly thinking and having something inside of your head telling you what to do, narrating? Doesn't it get really overwhelming? And how do you know you don't actually have some sort of underlying condition or mental health condition going on? There's also studies that reference the autistic internal monologue.
The constant autistic inner monologue. Is this? I didn't know that was subjected to. Oh, let's just read it and then. Okay. Is it my turn? Nod along, laugh with them, zone out, smile now. Trying to figure out when to speak. Drifting conversations in your head. Should I have? Was it awkward? Did I? Forcing yourself to make eye contact. Always planning. I thought
And what those differences
try not to overthink every
would be. There's a really popular video.
Is this only, are those things only common in autistic people? Because they do all of those. The thin line between inner monologue and schizophrenia. That's terrible. I can't tell my mind to be quiet. It'll just start kicking more. I'll finally be falling asleep after hours trying to, and my brain will be like, "Hey, do you remember that really traumatic thing that happened to us?" And you're like, no. I thought it was odd when I found out that I talked to myself and answer my question. Like, how do they speak? How do they? I guess they don't.
Where a girl who doesn't have an inner monologue shares what it's like to not have one. This video is super long, so I'm going to post it next. It's already uploaded. You have like this narrator. You have like this narrator inside of your mind.
And let's do like a little. I am your. Let's see.
Shoes, bones, clothes, personal.
Somebody on Reddit asked Redditors outside of the US what you have like this narrator inside of your mind that is constantly talking.
Where is this car? That's from.
People lick too. People lick too. It's one of those stories that you just stop while you're ahead. Don't go looking for extra details.